All right, so we are going into round 4 of our PC. This is the final round before Top Cut. And we have Zane against Jack. Zane has a team of Tapu Koko, Charizard, Murkrow, Sceptile, Landorus, and Tapu Fini, with Jack's team of Metagross, Swampert, Tapu Lele, Ludicolo, Aegislash, and Pelipper. So interesting to see that we have a Rain matchup against a Charizard, which could potentially be Mega Charizard Y, which brings the Sun. So we will see how each of these players play around the other team's respective weather.
I just want to see it. Yeah.
So also seeing the Sceptile on Zane's team, it could be a potential dual Mega team with Sceptile and Charizard as 2 Mega evolutions. But we will see what each of these trainers chose to lead right now. See the Tapu Lele and Metagross from Jack, very popular core in this 2018 meta, with Murkrow and Charizard from Zane. We see the Psychic Surge come out, and that is very bad for Murkrow, as now all of his priority moves will fail on any grounded target. So Murkrow most likely going to switch out here, not being able to utilize its Prankster ability. And Charizard, it's faster than the Tapu Lele potentially, but Metagross does threaten with a huge Zen Headbutt that could potentially knock out the Charizard. So Zane will have to play very carefully here and make good decisions about how he's going to play this turn 1. So Metagross switching out here for the Ludicolo. And Murkrow using the Sunny Day here. Gonna bring the sun. And then we will see Charizard go after the Tapu Lele. Very fast Tapu Lele there. Murkrow fainting to the Tapu Lele Moonblast, but we will see the Z move come out from the Charizard. The Fire Z. Going to be Inferno Overdrive coming from this Charizard, not a Mega Charizard. Inferno Overdrive into the Ludicolo, very bulky Pokemon, but does get one shot by the Fire Z from this Charizard, and we do see the solar power, so Charizard utilizing the sun despite it not being a Mega evolution. All right, we see Metagross coming back in here for Jack, and Sceptile coming in here for Zane. So since Charizard is not a Mega Charizard, Sceptile most likely the Mega of Zane's team here. That Tapu Lele we have seen is very fast, so perhaps it's Choice Scarf, or it's a very slow Charizard. Do this Sceptile turn into Mega Sceptile, getting the Dragon typing and the Lightning Rod ability. Alright, we see Sceptile go for the Protect here. Gonna block any incoming damage. And the Moonblast fired off into that Sceptile, doing super effective damage to the new Dragon typing it gains. The Zen Headbutt into the Charizard, picking up the one-hit KO. So Charizard not going to use any of the fire moves onto the Steel-type Metagross. So a good turn for Jack there. And the Tapu Koko coming out from Zane, resetting the terrain. And being a very fast threat. Now since Sceptile does get the Lightning Rod ability, it could potentially be a discharge Tapu Koko, hoping to boost his own Sceptile's attacking stats. And Tapu Lele, outside of its Psychic Terrain, might want to switch out to set that back up for itself. Would you see the Tapu Lele moving first, showing that it is indeed Choice Scarf, onto the Sceptile, picking up the KO onto the Sceptile. So it's Tapu Koko against the world here. We see the discharge. Zane just has to hope for some paralysis here. And he does get it, potentially paralyzing the Metagross. But Metagross does not get paralyzed. Fires off the Iron Head, most likely KOing Tapu Koko. Oh, leaving it with 6 health, but Zane will not be able to use another move without dying to recoil. So game 1 here going to Jack. Very interesting seeing a Charizard that was not Mega Charizard, but instead Fire Emblem Z, utilizing its Charizard's hidden ability, Solar Power, boosting its attack stats in the sun. You see the Scarf Tapu Lele doing that last bit of damage here, giving Jack the first game 1 win of this final round. So now that Zane knows that Jack's Tapu Lele is Choice Scarf, he can play around that this game. And very well played by Jack, hiding the fact that he was Scarf throughout the entire game by being partnered next to very fast Pokemon. So I'm interested to see what adaptation Zane chooses to make here. He does have some interesting techs on his team with that Sunny Day we saw on the Murkrow and the Fire MZ on the Charizard. But perhaps Jack chooses to bring the rain here and just shuts down that sun entirely on Zane's side of the field. Another option that Zane could do is just lead the Tapu Koko Sceptile right off the bat. And because the Tapu Lele is Choice Scarf, the Electric Terrain from Tapu Koko will live. Alright, so we see both trainers hopping back into team preview, and once again, Zane's team is Tapu Koko, Charizard, Murkrow, Sceptile, Landorus, and Tapu Fini. Next to Jack's team of Metagross, Swampert, Tapu Lele, Ludicolo, Aegislash, and Pelipper. So we see Zane locking in very quick, most likely having a strategy in mind. Same with Jack. Fastest team preview in the world. Both trainers obviously having a plan for this match. We see the Swampert and Pelipper come out for Jack, a very rain lead. And we will see Murkrow Charizard for Zane. So Pelipper sets up with Drizzle, but last game we did see that Murkrow has Sunny Day, so it has the ability to remove the rain and power up that Charizard's moves. And if Zane does get the sun up, a Solar Beam from his Charizard could threaten huge damage onto either of Jack's Pokemon right now, especially with the Solar Power boost. So you see the Swampert Mega Evolve on Jack's side, getting the Swift Swim ability and taking advantage of his doubled speed in the rain. See the Murkrow use the Sunny Day, getting rid of that rain and bringing in the sun. But Swampert does use that rain dance, sending the weather right back to rain. So the weather wars here are already coming out. Each player trying to get the weather, and Charizard does use a Solar Beam in the rain. That is not going to be very good. It's going to take more time to charge than usual, as Pelipper uses the Hurricane onto the Murkrow, dealing some good damage. It's now interesting to see what Zane will do here, now knowing that Swampert does have Rain Dance, so there will be some mind games about whether or not they will switch the weather. Swampert does use Protect here. If Zane reset the weather, this would be an awesome play. The sun does come out. And now the Hurricanes from Pelipper will be at 50% accuracy. Solar Beam fires into the Protect of the Swampert, and Pelipper uses Tailwind here, doubling the speed without the use of the rain. And we do see Charizard lose some health due to its Solar Power ability. So now with that doubled speed, Swampert could use Rain Dance here and just get rid of the sun altogether. So Zane will have to make the most of this on this one turn he has. Murkrow going for his Tailwind of his own. And Swampert uses Rain Dance here. Gonna set that rain back up. Pelipper now has 100% accurate Hurricanes, and Swampert's speed is doubled. And Pelipper uses Brine, most likely onto the Murkrow, yes, picking up the knockout due to Brine's double damage with targets below 50% health. And Charizard using the Ancient Power here, dealing about 50% to the Pelipper, and not getting the stat boosts that Ancient Power can. And we see the Landorus come out here for Zane this time, not choosing to bring his Tapu Koko in Sceptile mode, and instead choosing to bring the Landorus, which is very good against the Swampert being able to get the Intimidate. However, it is threatened by any water move from any Pokemon on Jack's side of the field. We see Charizard switch out. Good play for the Tapu Fini. This will be a tough Pokemon for Jack's team to beat unless he brought that Ludicolo. Being a water type, it is very good against Rain that does not have Ludicolo, as it resists both water moves from these Pokemon. See Waterfall go into the Landorus from the Swampert, picking up the one-hit KO even at -1, showing how strong Swampert in the rain can be. And we see the Brine come off from Pelipper, dealing not much damage to the Tapu Fini. Charizard does switch back in here for Zane, but is heavily threatened by both of these Pokemon. So this is a very good position for Jack. 4-2 advantage. He has all the switching power. Zane cannot switch. Jack can switch either of his Pokemon if he wants to. But why would he when he threatens Charizard so heavily with his Rain? So Charizard does protect here, not wanting to get one-shot by the water moves. And Swampert uses Waterfall into the Charizard Protect. And Tapu Fini uses Dazzling Gleam into both of Jack's Pokemon, knocking out the Pelipper, but not doing quite half to the Swampert. So it does look like this game is over for Zane, not having many options left. He really needed to get the KO there on the Swampert, or at least the 2-hit KO, and hope for a double protect. But neither of those things happened, making this game very difficult for Zane to win now. And here's the Ludicolo, meaning that Zane has virtually no out, seeing as the Ludicolo can just Giga Drain this Tapu Fini, and Swampert can just Waterfall the Charizard. Ludicolo. Oh, Charizard moves first, seeing as how... Oh yeah, the Tailwind. Tailwind on Zane's side of the field. Let's Charizard go for the Inferno Overdrive onto the Ludicolo in the rain. Most likely not going to do much damage. Just over half. Tapu Fini Dazzling Gleam. A double crit could win Zane the game. No crits for Zane.
Watch my stuff, Keegan.
Tapu Fini doesn't die to the Energy Ball, but Tapu Fini does die to the Waterfall, leaving Charizard as the lone hero against the rest of Jack's team with no Tailwind. So this is... If Zane can protect out the rain, he could win. Will we see Zane protect the rain? I believe there are 3 more turns of rain, so Charizard will need a triple protect here to win the game. Hydro Pump into the Protect, and Waterfall into the Protect. Oh, the rain ends this turn. So, not being able to count the turns is a little difficult. But now Charizard, most likely the fastest thing on the field, does threaten a bunch of things on Jack's side of the field. We see the Ludicolo go for the Protect. Zane goes for the Blast Burn into the Swampert. Quad Resist, does it KO? It does not KO. So the Swampert gets to set up the Rain Dance, sealing the game for Jack. Very interesting tech there. Blast Burn getting maximum damage off the Inferno Overdrive. And Jack, unless Zane gets 5 protects in a row, which I do not think is even possible, Jack should win this game. We don't even see Zane try to get the protects. Is the energy ball not doing much? And we do see the earthquake from Jack. The baddest of manners onto Zane. Charizard having to recharge after that blast burn, one of the drawbacks of such a powerful move. Jack's final Pokemon is Tapu Lele. With the Choice Scarf, it's most likely going to be able to knock out Charizard before it can move. Will Jack throw the game? Charizard goes for the Protect. Zane is going to try to stall out the rain here. Very possible with 4 Protects in a row. All right, so he gets 1 Protect. Now can Zane get 2 Protects? Zane does not get 2 Protects and loses the game. So, good set play here by both players. Interesting text from Zane's team.
Exactly. Didn't even start the round. We got some laughs. That's all that mattered. I owe
You gotta.
Alright, it's on.
You gotta. Try
You
to
know,
beat him in
I'm
case
not
you
the
get him to
only
stop.
meta in this game.
Well,